Hi everyone, this is William from the Headphone Experience, and I'm here tonight with my first impressions of the iFi audio power station. This is a combination power strip, surge protector, and power conditioner, and it was loaned to me for review by iFi Audio, and it currently retails at $599. Give you a quick look at this. You can see the picture in the back also, but this has, the USA version has 8 outlets, and the European versions I believe have 6 outlets. Anyway, what's different about this from most surge protectors is, according to iFi's webpage, this uses active noise cancellation, and I guess most of the power conditioners that I've seen anyway, the ones I've had experience with, use passive noise cancellation, which basically filters out any kind of interference such as RFI noise or EMI noise. But the difference with this is actually active noise canceling, and they compare it to a noise canceling headphone. And what it does is it measures the noise and then creates a identical but opposite, which means out of phase signal to cancel out the noise. So this is kind of unique. I haven't reviewed or listened to anything like this, so I'm actually pretty excited about trying this out to see how well it actually works. Like I said earlier, it's supposed to cancel out both RFI and EMI noises in your electric supply coming to your unit. Also, according to the website, it says this uses 13 gauge internal wiring. And all the wiring is pure copper, which I guess is a brand name. That's one word, PURCOPPER. That is 99.9999% pure. On the end here, you have a couple little LED lights which signal, one is that your polarity is correct, and the other is that your ground is correct. And this also works as a surge protector and shuts off automatically if there is a power surge, and will not reboot if the problem isn't corrected. So if the problem is persistent, if you still have too high a voltage or whatever the case is, it won't turn back on until that's fixed. Apparently this also has something called intelligent ground, which will provide a earth slash ground if needed, but will not if that will cause a ground loop, which can in itself add noise to your equipment. So they also claim the noise reduction is at 40 decibels of reduction. The size of this is 18.8 inches long, and the width is 3.8 inches wide. Oh, and you can see on this end you have a power switch here to turn it on and off, and you have a removable cable. And I did want to show you that this comes with a cable, although the cable is only 18 gauge, and this is what, probably about 5 feet long. But fortunately it is removable, because in my opinion an 18 gauge cable is going to limit the current capacity of this. If it's got 13 gauge wire inside, this should be able to handle at least 15 amps, where an 18 gauge cable is handles, what is that, 10 amps or maybe even less than that. So this would be kind of a limiting factor if you want to plug a large speaker amp or something into this, or anything that's going to draw a lot of power. So you can switch this over to a heavier cable if you want. It's got your standard I'm experimenting with a new light tonight, and everything's kind of different, so it's taken me a minute to get used to this. But anyway, So anyway, I was talking about the size of this. It's 3.8 inches wide and it's 2.9 inches tall and weighs in at 4.37 pounds. It's pretty heavy, feels substantial. It looks and feels very well built. The build quality seems to be excellent. And I guess what I want to talk about it for a minute before I wrap this up is my feelings about power conditioners in general. I do use a power conditioner on a regular basis. I've tried a couple different ones. I started out with the Monster power supplies, and I've had some good luck and bad luck with them. They have done a good job of protecting my equipment. So the reason I use them though isn't so much that I need power conditioning, it's more that I need the protection from the surges. Where I live out in pretty much the middle of nowhere. I don't have any close neighbors. And I am on my own separate transformer. So the high voltage is stepped down to 240 right here at my house. I don't share a transformer with any other houses, any businesses, anything else. So a lot of people would give anything to be on their own private transformer. When you live out in the national forest, that's just the way it works out. I'm too far away for anybody to tap into the same transformer. So anyway, then in my house, and I built my own house, so I know all the wiring. I wired my house myself. And my headphone equipment is on its own independent 20 amp circuit. It has 12 gauge Romex cable running to the outlet, probably about 25 feet from the main circuit box. But anyway, normally I would consider my power very clean. I've never really had an issue with any noise in my power supply, and I've discussed this in a couple of previous videos, that in my listening room I have some track lights, LED track lights. There's I believe 9 lights, and they are on a dimmer switch. And if I leave those on, it can cause a slight, it's kind of a buzz, kind of a hum in the background, and a good power conditioner will remove that. I've experimented, especially the last one I did a review on is the Core Power Technologies. It's a 2-piece setup that reduces DC noise and the EMI, RFI, all that stuff. So anyway, that does an excellent job of removing that hum that's caused by the by the dimmer switch on the track lights. I've also got a ceiling fan in that room, and if that is on, it will create a little bit of hum also. And these are on separate circuits. They're not on the same circuit, but they're in the same room, and they do go back to the same circuit box, so they do create a little bit of noise. So if I'm not using a power conditioner, I need to make sure that these track lights are off, make sure the ceiling fan is off before I do any critical listening. But with a good power conditioner, I can leave all of that on and not worry about it. It will almost completely eliminate that noise. So basically that's going to be what my test is, and I haven't done that yet. I'm going to plug my equipment into this, see how it sounds, and then, well, I'll try it without any power conditioner and then plug it into this and see how much of an improvement it makes as far as getting rid of that sound caused by the dimmer switch and by the motor in the ceiling fan. And that's basically my way of testing this. I've also got a halogen light on the headboard of my bed that also creates a little bit of background noise also. So I've got 3 different sources that I can create background noise, and then see if the power conditioner removes these things. So that's what I plan to do. And like I said a minute ago, I've got a Monster, I forgot the number, the model number is a 5100. It's a pretty big, substantial, looks like a full-size component. and I think that originally sold for about $6.99, so it's fairly close to this in price. I've also got a very similar looking power strip. I believe it has 8 outlets, also made by Furman, and I've got that hooked up to my my 4K TV and surround sound system right now, and I'll pull that out and compare that to this, and then my reference power conditioner would be the Core Power Technology, so which is quite a bit more expensive, and I will compare it to that. So I'll get back to you in a few weeks with a full review on this and let you know how this stands up to our other power conditioners. I have no way of really testing this for surge protecting, and that's, like I said, that's the main reason that I need something, not so much for the power conditioning, because I can turn off the things that are causing issues. But living out in the country, all the electric lines are above ground here. They're up on poles because there's so much rock in the ground. It's not practical to trench the cables. So the electric line running to my house runs up over about a 200-foot ridge, and in the 20 years I've lived here, it's been hit twice by lightning. So, and I've had a lot of equipment damaged. One time I think I had about $3,800 worth of various things around my house taken out by a lightning strike. And then just a couple of years ago, I lost a 65-inch plasma TV to a lightning strike that damaged it beyond, well, beyond what would be a reasonable repair. You know, it was an older TV. So anyway, so I'm going to get back in a couple of weeks after I run this through a few tests and see what happens, and let you know what I think of it. And so I'm going to wrap this up. Once again, this is William from the Headphone Experience. If this video has helped you, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you're all welcome to join us at the Headphone Experience on Facebook. We are up to about 13.1 thousand members, so hope to see you all over there, and once again, thanks for watching my video.